Is your favorite musician a fairy? Is Bjork a pixie? Let's talk about it. Hey, I'm Ron, and I'm a musician, but I'm also a writer, and I have a book series that I'm working on right now, probably for next year, that is going to involve fairy beings who spend time in the human world. It got me thinking about who might be fae who's already here. The most obvious one that I think everybody would immediately think of is Bjork. I mean, she's from Iceland and she looks like a pixie, right? She's got an otherworldly style of singing and vocalizations that could very easily be fae. But what about this? Halsey. She's got a great voice. It's very unique. It's colorful and textured. I don't think she's pixie, though. I suspect Halsey is a siren. I don't necessarily think she's dark fae, evil, luring sailors to their deaths, but I think she's got those siren characteristics. I'm not sure how popular Aurora is everywhere, but I see her all over the place online, and I can't help but look at her and think, there's got to be fae blood in there. She strikes me as maybe an elf, or maybe a half-elf. Again, the vocalizations are different than most singers. She's amazing. And, I mean, look at her. She kind of looks like an elf, right? Just without the ears. But let's talk about some dudes, right? Okay. In the course of writing the book series that I'm actually working on, I have introduced two characters who are Bouchen, which is a term for a Scottish hobgoblin. And so my first thought went to one of my favorite singers of all time, Fish, that's with an F, who was the lead singer for Marillion for a few years before a long solo career. He's retired now, living on a Scottish island as a crofter, which means that he's raising a few sheep. I mean, that sounds like a Bouchen, right? The Bouchens are Scottish hobgoblins. They're typically considered sort of dark fae or bad guys, but they're almost tricksters in a way, and they are willing to work for the good guys too. So you could say they're mercenaries, and I'm sorry, but when I look at Fish, I think mercenary. And then stepping outside of music just for a second, let's talk about Christopher Hivju. I don't really need to say anything, right? That guy looks like a Bouchen, like a Scottish hobgoblin, or maybe some sort of a fire giant. You can't talk about fae as well without going a little further up the ladder into the demigods section, because we have a very obvious trickster god with us by the name of Danny Elfman. I mean, come on. The music that he created with Oingo Boingo, his solo stuff, and all of the compositions that he does for film and TV, but then he's got that look. I can't even do it. The man's a trickster god, right? Demigod, at least. And the final person that I'm going to talk about here is your favorite guitar player's favorite guitar player, Jeff Beck. Interesting fact, Jeff Beck and I share the same birth date. Not the same year, but the same birth date, June 24th. Now, you could look at this man and say, he kind of looks a little bit like a goblin. I'm not sure, but no. This man is a demigod at least. And it's simply because of the ability he has to take a guitar and do things with it that nobody else can do. And you can play the notes that he plays, but you can't make the music that he makes. And to me, that just feels divine. So, that's my take on a handful of musicians who could possibly be fae. What do you think? You want to add somebody to the list? You have an argument for why somebody belongs on here? Can you think of a hamadryad, for example? Or a water sprite? If you want me to keep going with this, I'm sure I can find more. Might have to delve into actors. I mean, what's going on with Danny DeVito, right? Let me know in the comments if you want more of this kind of stuff, and I'll talk to you later.